Oh,
We made it.
hello. We made it. We're on.
It is midnight.
It's officially Thursday.
I was just going to say happy Tuesday. So here we are. There's the
Oh
steak.
my God.
Uh,
That's great. That's been happening a lot in the last 6 weeks.
you know what? Little delay today. Thanks for everybody's patience. We decided to touch some grass, do a little IRL. If I'm correct, the Crypto Kitty, did you go to a Tim McGraw concert? Was it?
I totally did. I
How was it?
totally did. It was such a blast. I don't even care who I go see, though, like just being around people and like just singing whatever music. It's so much fun. So many characters.
Love it. And I love that you took the time away to just
Yeah, I
relax.
did. Thanks. Thanks for letting me push it. And sorry if anybody was waiting, and you guys are the best.
No worries. No worries. This is what it's all about. And we're in slow trades currently at the moment, which means the day to day ebbs and flows aren't really our worry. But we do a lot of swing trading. We've just taken a break for a bit because of IRL. But let's have a look
And because
because
the candles are doing some interesting things, where there's a lot of watching and waiting right now, which is great.
half this game, or actually more than half this game, is patience. And understanding what the market's doing and looking and going into your TA and seeing, is it responding and how is it responding to? And so far, I mean, if we look at everything we've kind of laid out outside of when I said we could probably just take this Ethereum and dip it down a little, it was a little overzealous. It still seems to be somewhat on par, but let's get into the most important part, the money flow. And we expected, as we were talking about yesterday, to kind of bounce in this triangle. And obviously, this is the new candle day, but our day was red. And these are great opportunity days. These are great spots to look for entries that we keep talking about. And we even said, after all this up, we're going to have these healthy retracements. And we're already on our back way. We're already up in, how many hours we're in now. That's healthy. On the 4 hour, let's get rid of the squiggles. We've had a parallel channel down, responding quite nicely. We're starting one up, 1, 2, makes sense to have a little down after this, and then go up and retest these high 2.5s. We want to keep marching. Healthy pullbacks. This is good. We're maintaining these higher lows that we talked about in here. And we can see even with, this will bring it all back probably. On the 4 hour, we have this parallel channel forming, following this trend. And if on the bigger picture, and we'll go into, actually, why don't we jump into it now? Because we've had a couple of different markups. And if you're swing trading, you've heard me say this a million times. This is more important than anything in the entire market. On the daily, in the big picture, this is what we're looking and expecting for on our walk up to hopefully 3 trillion. In this area. We're in the money moves into the market. It's a healthy week. We're midweek. Money's been coming in on the weekends lately. When all the crap went down and we were doing all this recovery in the Discord, we did all these markups. And all this has been shot and stuff and is in our channels. And I thought, why don't we have a look and clean this up a bit? We don't need this shorter time frame parallel channel here anymore. That's old news. This one was a great channel that went down and finally broke. Old news. What's always important when we look at our past TA is these consolidation zones still exist. They're holding these areas of support. But let's clean it up and look at the big picture. Because if you're swing trading, the max you're probably looking at on the regular is the 4, outside of getting the momentum from the day and the week. But obviously 4 is probably your max, and you're zoomed in much lower. And if you're not, you should be. I'm going to get rid of this big one. And why not? I'll keep the one that it's been holding in here. Actually, let's get rid of it all. I'm going to extend this.
Smart.
Right, because this is from where we did it here. It was following this path. Now it needs to come up and it's going to contest the center line. If it doesn't start to take and continue this upwards trend, if this ever starts to break this line and go down, well, it's bad news bears and the market has changed. Retracements are healthy. And we know why some of these retracements have happened. Still very bullish. Oh, just dirty. Right. So when we're looking at our market cap, obviously right now, this is our point of contention, which is existing over here. So let's get into our consolidation areas. And we're on the 4. And just quick dirty, we can zoom in and clean it up later if we want. And this is kind of like the danger area. But we haven't retouched down here often, but it happens. When Euphoria was up here, people didn't think we'd probably be back down here, but that's why we watched and we saw the patterns. We had all that crap before.
So you're just looking at this and saying, so if it's here now and it's contesting this area, what are the other 2 worst case scenarios? Here, then here.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to
And you're-
stop along the way, right? And that's where if we
Yeah.
start to see the curl, we can start to go, okay, where does it make sense where we're going to go down to? If you're in short trading, you should be out at the curl or at the crosses. Wait, be patient, hold your money, figure out what's happening, get the consolidation, or buy the bottoms when they come in. And obviously, we're here talking about money flow. I'm just gonna delete that. Okay. So this is what we're fighting to get to, the 2.68 roughly on the bodies versus the wick, 6.9s. It looks like the bottom of this and right here has been our major support and resistance at the 2.54. And this is what I kept saying before, which was the crucial area to break and hold. And we broke it here and held it all along here. And that's been our lowest low in a while. And we have this channel. We can see it, the channel within the channel. Roughly. And we want to maintain this trend on the short term. And it would be nice to get some candles to on those sides to get us back up into this trending section. We're still uptrending. That's good. We know we're bullish. We know just over 3 is our all-time high. Oh, we won't be able to zoom back because of our 4 hour, because it was quite a while ago. So I'm still very bullish. we're holding this bottom line. What does our confluence tell us? It damn near looked like right here. We were about to come into a cross, but we still had a lot of spread. It wasn't tight. And we talked about that a bit yesterday. When we had our other indicators, we're in a money is entering zone, which makes sense because we've had a big green candle for the last little 3 and some odd hours. So right now, very, very bullish still. We do want to watch to make sure we never go below this line. If we do, it could be fast, and then we're probably coming down in these or contesting first at 2463. And we know when that comes to those, that's a lot of money leaving, and that's a lot of pain if you're in alts. And if you're hunting these gains in the altcoins, this is why this is understanding this is so important. But if you're buying and holding all these little ebbs and flows, yeah, that sucked. It's going to take a while to get back up to this, if this was a token, or even just to get to that activity again. But we'll get up there. I'm confident. Dominance, these W's that I love up and down in consolidation areas. This looks like we might, like we were saying earlier, start to get this curl down. That's what we're looking for. We're looking for this to eventually go into this. Now, most likely, this is what's going to happen. And Supreme Crypto made a comment that we don't want the alt season yet. I can't remember what channel he posted it in, but it was somewhat recent today. And I couldn't agree with him more. The longer we can do this and keep money in altcoins, and you get to learn your swings and your ups and downs with your tokens and how it affects them, you're stacking percentages. When it does this out of nowhere, we remember this dominance. Typically, the market is crashing, or we have so much money coming in, and we only need a little bit to trickle down to make the alts run. So right now, dominance doing everything that it's been doing and that we think it should be doing, and this is exciting. This is where we're hoping. This is what we're looking for. Bitcoin called that break beautifully, and we gave a few options. We said it would consolidate, could come down in here with a wick, came close, right? But we had to hold this line, this box within the box of consolidation. What has it done? It has. How high did it go up today? What did we say on there? 71,494. Hasn't made it there yet. That's where it was. It'll be curious to see if it goes up to that point today. Does it take off? This is healthy. This is cooling off for the price. And it's just steps. And remember, we have to settle above this line, this 73, 4, 5-ish area. Because once we do that and we have a candle to close it, then we're off to higher highs. Otherwise, we may just have this W, just like we were looking at the DOM in these boxes. Also not a bad thing if it does that for a while, especially if our total market cap continues on the rise. More money in, because then when it flows into alt and it does become alt season, that's when things go nuts. ETH took a little longer to cool off than we thought, but pretty much along, like we said, the same patterns. It's indicating price to the upward motion. We're just under the median. We haven't been under the median for too long. I mean, when did we get under the median here? Last Saturday. So it makes sense we'll start to stagger up these steps.
When were those doodles written, drawn?
I'd have to go back and look, but we did it a while ago. I mean,
Okay.
we could literally just step it over a little bit. It's doing the same pattern. It's just
Mhm.
we were off a little bit in time and space. And that's probably a large part to the meme coin run. And a lot of money and attention has been in the Solana system. But it's just for ETH, it still does say, we're up, we're off. It's probably just going to be like this. Like we made these doodles, I can't tell you how long ago, like shows. ETH followed our pattern for quite a long time, and it's still off its all-time high, and hasn't had its day yet. Slow and steady, though. That's what ETH and Bitcoin are typically. They're these smaller percentages. These big percents are typically in our alts. And some of the trades that we've been watching for a while has been Atom that somebody brought on, Phantom, and Cosmos. And we got in a lot of these early, and they've been great. And some of them still don't make a lot of sense from the time we entered because they're crazy returns. But let's see what happened with, never went down this far. I'm looking forward to erasing this, but we've called this one again for so long. It's starting to correct. It just got its micro bull on the daily. This is primed to go back and contest these localized highs. And hopefully the highs much above here that we've been talking about wanting to get to these next sections. And it just takes that narrative shift. It hasn't really had much of its day. And these little differences are still big money. I'm not saying you're going to do it in a day, but 12% is huge. And especially from where we got into and where our target is this the pump that it breaks the all-time high? Does it make it back, pull back down? Does it do this pattern on the channel up? These are the things we look for. And that's why we've been saying, hey, you got an entry when you get the belly. And buy red days. What do we say when you get the cross? There's always retracement. Look, there's already been retracement. You had 4 green candles up. You can zoom in on a lower time frame to find a better entry. Probably wait a bit.
Can you, when you have a second, can you put it on the weekly at some point as well?
It's been trying, but healthy retracements to break here, and this is fast. That's fast area.
But there's still higher lows and higher highs here in this small area.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's interesting.
I just think on a
Right
shorter
now
time.
is not. Yeah, right now is not the exact time, I think, or it is on the daily. I don't know.
I mean, you may get a stink bid. Here's your daily, right? You're having your little bit of retracement from your major ups, right? So you'll probably get, because there's some good candle and wick action, you'll probably get a price in here. And if you're nervous and you don't want to miss it, enter now. And then with half your entry, and then put a stink bid in with the other half. Dollar cost your entry, like we did on Link and many others. Phantom. Our entry, a lot of the quick and dirty that's just played out and what we think has been forming. This is a mess. But we can see it's taking this box and probably going within it. It held this as its low. It's important for this candle to hold this. Otherwise, this curl could be coming down and Phantom could have a retracement. But every time we also say that, what does Phantom do? It just keeps taking off. And if you've been in it for a while, I just keep saying the same thing. Hold it. Hold it till we have any other indication selling.
It looks like it's on a retracement though. Doesn't it right now?
There'll be a little bit, and it's even saying right here it's coming down into a bottom, right? And I think we got 1, 2. Typically, we get a little bit more. So this is where I would zoom in. Yeah, see belly on the 4, a little bit of up. I would wait on the next candle for the 4 to see where this belly is. Let's hide the drawings to make this easier. All right, we haven't been down this low on a 4-hour in some time. Looking like a belly entry here, entry, you know. So actually Phantom is in a decent area. You might get a little more retracement.
Hope it's not a belly fake out.
Right. And then, well, in the 1 hour, it absolutely could be. And so if you want to wait, I don't know. It's looking like a retest.
It's definitely something to watch in the next few hours, though.
Yeah.
Phantom, if you're just kicking around and puttering around.
Phantom is always exciting. Kusama, another one that we've knocked out of the park. That on the daily looks like we might be getting that bullish cross. And we are trying to walk it right back up into this zone. So even from right now here today, our localized target still 24%. There's that belly, there's that entry. There's the entry confirmation coming up in the median to a sell position, indicating that it does want to get into this price point again. But we have had a lot up in a bit. I would say on the smaller time frames, you could get a slightly better entry. Ooh, right on the 4 hour, it's telling you beautiful entry here. Not often below. We'll see. Huh. Yeah, this could be interesting. Kusama's been fun, but it's also been the prime example of, oops, that's a lot too hard. Our entry to where it almost all came down to, and we mentioned this a few times, that the importance of taking profits, because if you were still holding, yeah, you're still in profits, but you lost about half of it. And on the daily, we are coming up into a nice position for another hold up to this 20 some odd percent. So Kusama to me, looking great. We did 3 game tokens with a possible shift from AI, whereas AI had quite the day. The last little bit, still doing well. Holding this area. So if you missed this entry in here, you're right back down to it. And it's looking like it's another curl to where we're going up still. Ooh. It held. That's important. This next one, still have lots of faith. This was a longer term hold for me anyways. Actually, all of these gaming tokens were, as mentioned, with everything going on. Still Now looking at a beautiful entry. This, of course, all being that the market cap stays the same and wants to go. Big time really needs to break the top of this in here to be able to make it and get above, or it could be coming back down to these entries because we do have a micro bear. It is giving us an entry sign. Money is flowing, has had a nice healthy retracement, could hold the median and take off and start to do this path up. To me, again, long hold, looking for the 73% target, not worried about these little ups and downs, but I'd be watching. I'd be watching if you haven't got into this. Yeah, you're at the belly of that on the 2 hour. If you want to play safer, see if you get the retest, if it can break it, because it couldn't here. So it might indicate more price coming down. However, in buying action, as we looked like we were talking with the money, looked like it was coming in. Man, excuse me. Our entry was in here that we talked about. I was curious to see if we were going to get across. This might just be a squeeze and we continue up in this nice kind of path that we seem to have going there. And I'd be just fine with that. A longer hold for a decent percentage. From when we were talking about the entry on the show, which was from here, a little less. So, Link, we gave 3 possible entries on the show. The entry and then 2 stink bids both hit. So our dollar cost entry is right here. Even with all the pullbacks that we've just had, there's still 8 some odd percent. It looks like healthy retracement and up, and possibly following. Am I on the 4 hour? Yeah. This channel here, which it seemed to hold. Will it walk up in this direction now in these W's is kind of what we're watching. And this is quick and dirty, as we say. But I still think Link has lots of room to go. And look at that buy zone. So when we're down in here, healthy pullback from all this heat, healthy money coming in. This could be really good. Would have been a great spot to take profit. Could be a very possible great re-entry if you did take profit. If you want to play a little more secure, you can see this rectangle. It's fighting to get back into here, and we'll need to retest it. But it's holding this line of support. So Link looking really well. So that's kind of the major ones that we've constantly been covering, and I think the market is in a good state at the moment. Remember, red days are great sale days, and
So are you feeling confident? Like, where are you at now? Are you confident?
Oh yeah. No, that's the nice thing about these longer trades. We're not swing trading right now. If I was swing trading right now, I'd be on that hourly and less market flow to understand to really watch this direction. I think we'll see money move in over the next couple of days, and if you're in profits, take them.
How do you think? Do you think? Well, because of this weekend is like a holiday, because we were going to talk about that, because we have Primo's on holiday tomorrow, and
today.
Friday or today. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that makes sense because it's Thursday now and Friday. But we have, because it's Easter, we're sort of respecting the holidays and taking Friday and Monday off, right? I'm wondering
Yeah.
how Easter around the world will affect the market. That's not something I've ever had an experience with.
I have a few times. I just honestly don't remember. We could go back, look at the data. The funny thing with Easter is the days always change.
That's
Uh,
true.
and certain parts of different worlds look at different days. But that being said, we are taking the Friday, Monday because those are the days here. And I'm going to enjoy a nice long weekend. So looking forward to tomorrow's show, 7 o'clock regular time.
Mhm.
Uh, see what's happened over these last few hours from today. Um, happy trading to everybody that is in the swing tradings. I think that's everything I had to cover. Miss Crypto Katie, anything from
Oh,
you?
yeah. No, I'm just glad that we can do these midnight shows sometimes and hang out with people from other parts at reasonable times. It's nice. And yeah, happy, we'll say happy Easter tomorrow as well, but like happy Easter, everybody. Hope everyone's
For
having
everyone
fun
else.
wherever you are.
Touch grass. Remember that part. It's part of the
Oh my
game.
God, absolutely. You went for a walk today, you said?
Let's not get the
Ha-
rumors going.
How are
Okay.
you are you okay? Have you recovered? Is it
I'm good.
sunny?
I'm good. Well, the one part of day we got sunshine, so I was
Oh my
excited.
gosh. Yeah, get
Uh,
out. I got caught
it
in a
was
downpour back from the concert today.
nice. Not
Mhm.
so mad. Good weather
Mhm.
for a duck. All right, let's do it again. 7 p.m. tomorrow. Thanks for understanding. Glad you got to get out a little IRL. Long term, there's nothing wrong. Red days right now. Over the next little bit, I'd be looking for some entries. If
Yeah,
you're in
for
the
sure. There's
short
lots to
trades,
look at.
there's some good entries looking. And happy trades, everybody. See you tomorrow.
Bye guys. See ya. Later, Gators. Later, Gators.